video how to remove this front bumper. Couple of clips like this. All these clips have to come off. I already loosened them up just to make it faster. Basically, you got all these. You could loosen them up with like a flat screwdriver. You could use a tool like this too to remove them. 2 more on the corner that remove the same way. Alright, so for these, the easiest way is a tool like this, but you see how you can't really reach them like that. You don't want to shove something metal in there, scratch them up. So what I do is I kind of lift up this plastic, get this little pry bar in there, and just pry. You're going to do the same thing for the rest of them. So after you take that off, you just remove this plastic and then you remove that rubber. The way that you remove this part of the grill, you just get a flat screwdriver and you pop that little tab down and you'll hear it unclip. You don't have to put a lot of pressure to push it down. You'll hear it unclip once you just do it a little bit. And then when you do that, you pull it forward. So that one's out. I just got to release this one a little bit. Down on one plastic and it's not releasing, like for example that one, you're pushing the wrong one. It's got to be the other little tab right there. So don't force one too hard because then you'll just break the little clip on the inside. So now we got to take off both of these screws. To do that, I use this angled bit. If you guys are using like a straight flat screwdriver or something, a lot of people that I see strip these screws. So if you plan on using something like that, just make sure you turn your steering wheel to the right when you're working on this side, and then when you work on the other side, turn the steering wheel the other way so you don't strip them if you're going to be using something that goes straight. You just put something like this or a flat screwdriver in there and you apply a little bit of pressure on this tab so it'll pop out. You got another little tab that holds it on right there, so you take that off. To take this off, you twist it counterclockwise and it will come off. If you try pulling and it doesn't come off, it's just getting stuck right there, so you apply pressure. You could wiggle this around a little bit. Once you get towards the inside of the headlight, we tape this piece off because you have some little tabs in here that hold it down. You have 2 tabs, then you need to put something in there to lift the tab up. So if you don't use nothing metal, you don't want to scratch up your paint, and you do want to tape that area for sure, even if you're using something plastic. So right now I'm going to put the camera down so I could use my other hand to pull the bumper a little bit forward while I get that tab on. You just got to put this up to lift up the tab, which is back there. You have one there and you have another one right there. You have another one holding the grill, but that one usually doesn't hold like a lot. So that one usually comes off pretty easy just by wiggling the bumper off. After that, for the bottom, you jack up the car. Make sure you use jack stands. Then you take off a couple of clips. You got 1, 2, 3. I'll get that one later. 4, 5, 6, 7. You only have to take off the ones on this line, which is 7 total. Then you have a Allen bolt, which is a number 5 right there. And then you have 2 10s, one on this end, one on the other end. You only need to take those off to take the bumper off. There's no point in taking all these other clips. I see sometimes people try and start taking everything off from the bottom. You only need to take those off to remove this bumper. I do so that I don't mix everything up, or so you don't end up with extra screws and shit. I put all the stuff that I took off from the top and sides basically up here. Everything from the bottom, put it in another box or put it in one spot in the floor. You put them on the floor, just put it somewhere where you're not going to walk by, or your friend's not going to walk by and kick one, because you'll probably never find that screw or bolt or something. Besides that, this bumper is ready to pull off. It's a lot easier with 2 people, so you could pull one side forward, have somebody else pull the other side forward. I mean, it is possible to do it by yourself. I've done it by yourself, but it's a lot easier having somebody help you. Also, I suggest putting a tarp or moving carpet or something on the bottom so that you don't scratch the paint. If you're working like where there's gravel or something, you don't want to drop it on gravel and scratch the bottom of your bumper. Make sure you unplug the fogs right there. So you could either unclip it if you're having a hard time unclipping it, and just twist that bulb counterclockwise and pull out the whole bulb with the lens, with the wire and stuff.